I'm a monster. Creeping up behind your window, gun, I got the swatter.
I've been doing music since I was like 14 years old. I picked up a guitar around that time, and I was just doing like punk covers and stuff like that. And that's kind of how I got into everything. And like I was inspired by like NoFX and like Pennywise and shit like that. And then from there it kind of grew, and I got into like hardcore and like metalcore and death metal and stuff like that in high school. And then I started rapping like 2 years ago. I don't know, it kind of just like came to me easy, I guess, because like I've always been like a lyricist, just with different genres. Like rapping came easy, just like kind of putting words together and stuff, and just kind of grew from there, I guess. Like just different styles and stuff. Like what really made me want to start rapping was my friend showed me a group called the Dirty Boys from Alabama. They had that whole like just down south like fast flow type stuff, and it made me want to, like I was like, I want to rap like this. But aside from that, like I derive a lot of inspiration from other genres, like anything experimental. I'm really into like Death Grips, and I'm into like grindcore stuff like Number 12 and Botch and bands like that. And like I'm really into Outkast. Outkast is a huge inspiration in terms of like putting together different sounds and instruments and stuff like that. Like when I did the Rituals album, it was just months of listening to Aquemini just back to front, and just like it inspired the hell out of me to just do different stuff, you know. I was born and raised in South Florida, Palm Beach County. It's a rough scene in terms of like support. Like people don't show up to local rap shows. It's like they gotta be like bribed and begged and stuff. It's extremely hard to start. It's hard to maintain, and it's hard to get out of that scene too. You know, you have to really seek a fan base online, and that's how I did it. My girlfriend actually, Baby Loot, she made me make a SoundCloud, because before that I was kind of stupid. Like I put myself on like Reverb Nation and DatPiff. You know, I think that that's kind of how you're supposed to do it. And she made me make a SoundCloud, and that's how I realized like this is like, it's just like this platform to like network and everything, and you know, it's great. From there is where I, you know, was able to link up with people and sort of, you know, expand. I mean, to me it's priceless, honestly, because it makes everything possible. But yeah, the internet, you know, does a lot of good things for a lot of up and coming artists. For a while, like when I first started, like every single song was 32 to 64 bars of just straight fast flow stuff, and then like I was like, I should probably slow it down a bit too. So I just started like intertwining like fast flow and then slow stuff, like, you know, at least hooks or something, like keep people interested. That way it's not just machine gun the entire time. It was easier to get across like a message, like people could actually understand what I'm saying, as opposed to like fast flow. Like I always see people saying like they have no clue what I'm saying in my lyrics sometimes. I like it to be known, like, you know, what I'm talking about, because like, I don't know, I don't want to be all corny and say like I have a message or anything, but there's stuff that I, you know, talk about that like I think should be understood, you know, like it's important to me.
Fuck everything, I'm gone. Leave it alone. Every time I get so close and it all gets blown. Don't play alone. Everybody think they know, but they all just close. Marching alone. Really wanna give my skull a brand new home. But I won't know. I don't wanna get no blood in my grandma flow. But in my soul, one fin the plane and the other one inferno. Messy, yo, I can be messing no more.
There's a lot of like, I guess, big like central themes. Like it's always kind of, every song is sort of relative to what I'm going through at that particular time, you know, and I sort of just express myself I don't hold anything back about exactly what I feel at that exact moment. You know, there's a lot of obvious like underlying themes of you know, things that I'm personally into. I'm into like black magic a little bit, like just reading about that stuff and different occult themes. And you know, I've talked to some fans about it and stuff too, who are also into that stuff. And I think it's interesting to sort of explore other topics and beliefs and possibilities that are different to the conventional, you know, orthodox, I guess, organized religion, you know, that most of us are sort of brought into, you know, against our will. I don't believe anybody should be a part of a specific religion if they don't want that. I guess the whole main message for me is like questioning everything that you are told from the get-go. Like don't just sort of buy into something because everyone else is doing it, or even because your parents are doing it, or your teachers or something. You know, don't just sort of take it and accept it. Always question it and seek out what you think, you know, what the real truth is to you, because the truth is different to everybody. You know, me personally, you know, it's the universe. I feel like we're all part of like this sort of ongoing process, you know, the Big Bang or whatever you want to call it. Like that's sort of just, you know, an ever-moving flow of nature. But you know, that's my thing. Some people, they find that salvation in God. Other people find it in Buddha or different, you know, beliefs. But I think everybody should sort of, you know, not be afraid to explore and expand their mind and read whatever it is they want to read, basically. I guess I don't want like fans or people or anything to be like hesitant to speak to me like in person or even online, you know, because I've heard that like I come off as like intimidating or like I don't want to talk or something, but like I'm always down to like, you know, I guess help people out, you know, with things, whether it's like advice or sort of just, you know, maybe a specific thing that they heard in my music and if they think they're going through something similar and sort of get my take on it. You know, I'm always open to that kind of stuff. You know, which I feel like not everybody always is. There's a lot of negative shit that goes on in my life and everybody else's life, but I genuinely, you know, like I care about people. Recently, because I don't know, I used to be like really angry and sort of see the whole human race as like this disease, like we're sort of infesting this beautiful planet and destroying it, you know, which is, I guess, true to an extent. I recently, you know, after reading a lot of different, you know, types of things that I'm interested in, I sort of shifted to the belief that, you know, we're growing from this planet too. You know, we're all part of this planet. We're all part of the same, you know, I guess epicosystem, helping each other out. So it made me more positive and sort of see people for people, you know, and just kind of care a little bit more. So, you know, I'm always open to that. There's a big ass wasp right there. Yeah. At first, actually, I told him this too because it's kind of funny. Like, my girl was a fan of his music, so when he first DM'd me, I was like, "Is this the real Wavy Jone?" Like, I was like kind of stoked, and I showed her the DM, and she's like, "Yeah, that's him." And I was like, "Holy fuck!" He's like hitting me up to work because like he was kind of in the shit before I was, but yeah.
I slid in his DMs, no homo.
Yeah, he did. He slid right in the DMs.
And hit him up, asked him if he wanted to work. He was down, and the rest is history, I guess. He sent me a beat. Bloodshot was the first song we did.
Yeah, Bloodshot was the first one.
And then the first time we linked up, I went out to Florida last November, like the last week in November last year. And he let me stay at his house with his girl. I slept like in the studio in the backyard. Got my ass eaten by fucking sugar ants.
Oh yeah.
I went home, deadass, I went home with 100 bites, but it was lit. It's
Put more
great
work in.
time.
Yeah.
And working together, like we just dropped a song, Pale Horse, like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
And that's the second song we recorded together in LA in the same house and wrote together. So it's way different vibe. Even if you listen to the song, it's better than all that other shit. Just cause, I don't know, the energy,
Yeah.
dead ass.
Bitch, I'm straight face, wrist lit, fucking with my old bitch, homegrown, no clone, ain't fucking with my own zone. I'm base lit, positive, everybody following your paint shit. Broke bitch, hit you with the hollow tip, I ain't shit. To the base hit, fuck the
Like
basics.
just that one day in the house, like the energy's like, I don't know.
Yeah, everyone was kind of recording at the
One
same
day,
time.
like we were all just, the week I was there, no one really did much music. Everyone was just like hanging out, having fun that we were all together.
Yeah.
And played a couple shows, and then one day
Yeah.
we started recording, and then Goth went and made a song, recorded, Peep recorded a fucking hit.
Yeah, everybody
Jay
in like
recorded- like,
his
everyone
house
was
in
in his
LA
house
at the same
recording.
time. We all just like recorded on the same
There's like
day.
8 of us that make music in the same house.
And
so
like
it's
share
really cool.
equipment and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we all have like one XLR cord and like one fucking headphone jack, so it's pretty bunk.
Yeah.
But it works. Everyone's making good music, but in the house it's cool. I felt like live with all my favorite artists too at the same time as my friends.
Straight up, man. Yeah, we're gonna be like playing more shit together in the near future, probably. We're gonna work on an EP finally. We have like 13 singles together, so we might as well do it.
Yeah.
EP.
Well, we've been just waiting too. There's like everyone, like lots of people want it. It's obviously expected.
Yeah, exactly.
But now that we're actually like kind of living together,
Yeah, might as well.